Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from February 19th, 2020. And this will be your AEW Dynamite results that took place in Atlanta, Georgia, with your commentators, good old JR Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. So let's get right into the show here, folks. The opening match was the Tag Team Battle Royal. Winners will face the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Kenny Omega and Adam Page at AEW Revolution, excuse me. And here were the teams that were in there: Santana Ortiz from the Inner Circle, Alex Reynolds and John Silver from the Dark Order, Scorpio Sky and Frank Kazarian of SCU, the Butcher and the Blade, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus of the Jurassic Express, Matt and Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks, and Haneko and Jack Evans, excuse me. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. Jack Evans and Haneko of the Hybrid 2. Private Party, which it will feature Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy. The Strong Hearts that will feature, if I'm not mistaken, it was T-Hawk and Seema. Obviously, I saw Seema, but I'm pretty sure I also saw T-Hawk that was there too. You know, it pertains to pertains to Strongheart. Also, and I think that was all the tag team, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, also Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent, and that was all the tag teams. So yeah, I thought it was a good battle here, and the rule is, you know, if one team gets if one of the teams gets eliminated, you know, basically if one half of the team gets eliminated, then the other half doesn't get eliminated until that other half gets eliminated. So for example, if Seema gets eliminated, then T-Hawk has to stay in until he gets eliminated. So I like that rule. And WWE has known to do this before too, except they always change it up sometimes because it pertains to WWE changing up the rules sometimes. One tag team if one half of the other team gets eliminated, then that means the other person has to leave of the ring. So but yeah, this match was good. You have the Dark Order out there, by the way, and talk about how the Exalted One is coming. I don't know when it's coming, but sooner or later we're going to find out who is the Exalted One. But anyways, in the end, it was the Young Bucks. Matt Jackson winning for one half of Young Bucks of Nick Jackson, because Nick Jackson got eliminated in the match. So yeah, I love also the interaction of Orange Cassidy getting involved, and also the Bunny, basically Ali, with her interaction with Orange Cassidy, and I guess you could say, I forgot we mentioned Alex Reynolds and John Silver of the Dark Order. I already mentioned that part. SCU, I forgot to mention that. SCU, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. No, actually, I did bring them up. My apologies, folks. Yeah. See, now I'm drawing a blank here and having short-term memories here. But like I said, in the end, it was Matt Jackson, overcoming the odds and winning for Nick Jackson. So the Young Bucks will be facing Kenny Omega and Adam Page at AEW Revolution for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. That's if Omega and Page can manage to get through the Lucha Brothers, which I'll get to that later. But after the match was over, we saw the tag team champions watching on backstage to see the winners, which was the Young Bucks, and yeah, there you go. So in a way, I kind of predicted this was going to happen too. I wanted the Young Bucks to win to see if they was going to go with the match between the Elite going at each other at Revolution. basically because that's a story that they're going with here. Adam Page, is having some dissensions, with Matt and Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks, representative of the Elite. So they're playing into the story here, and I can't wait to see how it develops once you get close to the pay-per-view. So there you go. We see Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes, along with the dog Pharaoh, entering into the building, and that was it. Then we get to Chris Stanlander versus Shanna, which was a pretty good match. In the end, it was Chris Stanlander getting the win over Shanna, or drawing a blank of her name. And also, Britt Baker was on commentary. I thought she was alright, but I didn't care much of her on my commentary anyway. So, and on top of that, she was not that exciting on commentary anyways. Especially for her being a heel. So, I'm just saying. But Chris Stanlander gets the win there. We get Tony Schiavone interviewing the new AEW Women's World Champion, the Native Beast, Nyla Rose. Tony Schiavone congratulates Nyla Rose, and Nyla Rose is disgusted of the fans. Like, really, this is the interaction. This is the response. This is this is how you treat me. For me being the new champion and everything, and for me being on Rehold and all that. As she says, what pertains to her being the champion, it just makes her makes her more hungry, and makes her more when she's hungry, basically she's gonna start breaking bitches. Basically, Nyla Rose in this promo, I thought she did pretty good. I thought she nailed her promo very well on this on the show. Where pertains to call out anyone that from the women's division. And then also we get Chris Stanlander coming out. She wants she wants a shot of the AEW Women's Championship title against Nyla Rose. And then also Big Swole comes out. Even she wants a piece of Nyla Rose. Also, we're about to get some fight going on. Also, the securities and referees came out to break it up. And Swole and Stanlander then locked each other's eyes for a moment, which I'm pretty sure this could be a teaser of who's going to be the one who's going to face Nyla Rose at Revolution. I'm assuming that's what it's going to lead to. Pertains to Chris Stanlander and Big Swole having a match to see who's going to be the first in line. So yeah, so we gotta wait and see with that one. Next we get Jon Moxley versus Jeff Cobb with Taz on commentary, and they had the AEW World Champion Chris Jericho, who's got a ticket. He wants to remind people he's got a ticket. He also got with him Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager showing up in the crowd, and that's Chris Jericho's theme music is playing. The crowds are singing along his theme song. I become man. Judas in my mind. Thank you very much. That's not how the song really went, but I'm just doing the. I'm having fun with this. Anyways, Jon Moxley and Jeff Cobb, good match. Jeff Cobb, showcased what he can do. However, the finish, I was not happy with the finish because, Jeff Cobb, he goes for his superplex off the second rope to Jon Moxley, and then Moxley, after the move was hit, Moxley also hangs and hooks the leg of Jeff Cobb and gets the win. You had Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Jake Hager in the crowd, where they could have just easily gotten into the ring. With Moxley could have hit the paradigm shift, which, by the way, cool T-shirt that Jon Moxley had, the T-shirt that he was wearing on that show, the T-shirt of a skull that has paradigm shift written on the skull. Pretty cool design. But anyways, you could have had Moxley hit the paradigm shift not once but twice, or at least 3 times to Jeff Cobb to show that he's a tough guy to take out and everything, right? And then you could have Jericho, Guevara and Hager coming in there to be up on Moxley, to make sure that Jeff Cobb doesn't lose here. Well, anyway he's gonna either way he's gonna lose either way because I would have taken Jeff Cobb losing, but it's to outside interference, via disqualification. But instead he just gets pinned and because he made a mistake. A mistake that he should have capitalized on Moxley after doing the superplex off the second rope. But it's the damage is done now. So the inner circle is beat up on Moxley, and Jeff Cobb joins along with it. Jeff Cobb joins along with it. All of a sudden, Dustin Rhodes comes out. He comes out for the save, but he gets beaten up too. And then we get the lights go around, and it comes back on, and it's Darby Allin coming down with his skateboard. He gets a skateboard and beats up on Jericho, Hager, Sammy Guevara. Jeff Cobb, was getting that to Allin, and then also Moxley recovers and gets him the paradigm shift, which the cameraman panned away from it. I'm saying to myself, why would the camera pan away from Moxley delivering the paradigm shift to Jeff Cobb? This reminds me of WWE, panning away the camera away from Edge spearing Dolph Ziggler from the Royal Rumble. And it isn't the first time that AEW was doing that on this night. It was not just with Moxley on what he did to Jeff Cobb, but during the Battle Royal. I can't remember what happened on the Battle Royal or what spot it was, but they did it from that too, with the camera the camera work screwed up the spot. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm pretty sure they know that Moxley was going for the paradigm shift to Jeff Cobb. So why did you have to cut away from it? That was so stupid. But whatever, right? And that was it. Circle bailed out, and there you go. I'm pretty sure the match is going to be on between Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin, because they show a picture-in-picture commercial of Darby Allin with more cardboard with messages on it that he's challenging Sammy Guevara to a match at AEW Revolution. So we have to wait and see if that ends up happening. So next we get to Strong Man Adam Page and Kenny Omega defend their AEW World Tag Team Championships against Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix of the Lucha Brothers. And this was a great match. Great tag team match from both teams. And in the end, it was Omega and Page winning and beating the Lucha Brothers to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships. After the match, the Young Bucks comes out, picks up Kenny Omega. Page sees this, and he gets involved. And basically, they're playing tug of war with Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega says, "Hey guys, come, take it easy." And then Page is like, I don't need this. I'm leaving. He goes take a beer from a crowd, drinks it, he basically chucks it, and then he goes get another beer from a crowd, and then walks into the crowd, and then she sees one fan with a cup of beer that's filled to the top, and basically Hangman Adam Page, or in this case, drunk man Adam Page, with the beer he has, was basically almost half empty. He traded the beer that Page traded his beer for the guy's beer that has again with the beer that's full to the top. I was cracking up when I saw that. Like, oh my god, that was funny. I love this, man. Adam Page, I always love Adam Page, even before he became Hangman, and even before he ends up being part of AEW, where he to doing some cowboy shit, and then with him drinking beer and basically drinking any type of liquor or whatever. I always love Adam Page, but this one this is some good shit. And finally, the main event: Cody Rhodes being accompanied by Randy Rhodes and Arn Anderson versus the debut of Wardlow being accompanied by MJF in the first ever AEW steel cage match. And folks, this steel cage match was bigger than the WWE steel cages, and the structure of it was different too. But I kind of wish they could have just tighten on the bomb parts a little bit, because during this match, Wardlow was basically handling Cody Rhodes by sending him into the cage wall, where Cody was sliding out of the cage. And by the way, a repetition cage match, you can only win by pinfall or submission. Even if you do skip the cage, it doesn't matter. You can't win that way. That's the rule of it for AEW. So MJF 1 point with Arn Anderson, because Cody Rhodes was by the cage door. Arn Anderson had the cage door there, and MJF was like, "Do it, do like you did to Dusty Rhodes back in the days." And when we say that, I knew Arn Anderson wasn't going to do it to Cody. I knew he was going to do it to MJF, and sure enough, he did. He did to MJF. So, but basically, it was trying to start that Arn Anderson, he could be a backstabber to Cody Rhodes, because Arn Anderson had history with his dad, Dusty Rhodes, back in the territories, with Dusty Rhodes feuding with the Four Horsemen. So that was a good way to play the story there. Another story that was played too as well. Brandy Rose and MJF got in a little bit, and Brandy Rose showed no fear to MJF, and RS takes out RS takes out MJF from behind, But the match itself now, Wardlow, first time he's seen Wardlow wrestle, he wasn't that bad. I thought he did pretty decent in the match. And Cody Rhodes, by the way, he got busted open in the steel cage match, because it's needed. Because we're saying steel cage matches, you guys show the fact how dangerous a steel cage can be. WWE, just saying. A little blood, when it hurt, But in this case, it was not a little blood here. It was a lot of blood that Cody was having in this match. So I love the booking of the steel cage match. And again, I love the structure of the steel cage. But I just wish that they would have tightened the bomb parts, because I didn't like the part where I really didn't like the part where we get sent to the cage on door, the cage wall to say, and they just slide right down by out of the ring in a way. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about, folks. But Cody Rhodes goes for the crossroads onto Wardlow, but he kicks out. Basically, that they didn't want to bury Wardlow like that. I'm not saying he was buried, but same time he didn't win. So Cody Rhodes, he goes to the top of the cage and I said to myself, no way. And sure enough, he did a moonsault off that high steel cage, and I said to myself, I was like, what the? I literally jumped off my seat when I saw that, and then he lands the moonsault on Wardlow and gets the win. So Cody Rhodes gets the win, and he so far he got 2 stipulations checked out already. 1, 10 lashes he got from MJF, especially from one that was from Wardlow. 2, he entered the steel cage against Wardlow and beat him. And now, well, actually, you got 3 checks. You got 3 checks, I meant to say, because let's face it, Cody Rhodes is not going to put his hands on MJF until we get to Revolution. So in a way, 3 stipulations has already been checked out for Cody Rhodes, and I'm loving this. I'm loving the build up. I'm loving the how the booking this whole thing between MJF and Cody Rhodes, and it's going to culminate at Revolution. It's going to be amazing, and the show was amazing. Total Wrestling was 5 matches, and my overall for the show, what pertains to AEW Dynamite, for this All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from February 19, 2020. I'm gonna give this show, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. I'll give it. And with that being said, thank you for watching. For It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your All Elite Wrestling Review the show from February 19th, 2020, where we giving you AEW Dynamite results. Until next time, folks, we're to All Elite Wrestling Review. You all stay safe, stay well, stay in peace. I'm out, and you all take care.